Breaking news, my lovely, wonderful people. I mean, uh, Nigerian workers shocked Buhari and his ministers, and they cannot even contain it to themselves. They are talking about it and they are very angry about it. Guess what? Buhari's ministers shocked as workers celebrate Peter Obi at Eagle Square on May Day parade. It was, the funniest thing, the people know their leader. Do you get me? People know their leader. You don't understand. The people, they know their leader. It doesn't matter how you try to, bend the matter. The people, they know their leader. They know who they celebrate. You don't understand. They do. They know their leader. And so on May 1st, why the march pass and everything was going on, they're supposed to be, thanking the current administration for everything that they have done and what have you. But guess what? Workers were doing something totally different. It was Obi's name that was cried out on Eagle Square. Obi's name was the one on the top of the charts. The Obi's name was the one ringing the bell. And that really gave them a dose of what it is. If you are the leader, when you go to a place, it's not who is on your ganogram as the leader that may be the leader. Look out for the person people obey. Look out for the person people trust and they look up to. You get me now? Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Buhari ministers shocked as workers celebrate Obi at Eagle Square on May Day parade. To the obvious embarrassment of President Muhammadu Buhari, Nigerian workers on Monday celebrate Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi at Eagle Square gathering of the May Day celebration. President Muhammadu Buhari was represented by the Secretary of the Federation, Mr. Boss Mustafa. Among senior officers of the federal government present at the ongoing celebration are the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Alhaji Mohammed Bello, Women Affairs Minister Mrs. Paulina Teller, and Labour Employment Senator Chris Ngige, among other top members of the ruling All Progressive Congress, who were there watching. And guess what? At some point, the crowd went bizarre, and the cry and the shout out was, Obi, Obi, as soon as they sighted him on the podium. Chris Ngige had to make a joke telling Peter Obi to go look for his votes and let them celebrate May Day, as he has become the center of the occasion, center of the show. That was what happened. It turned. Chris Ngige had to make joke. We produced you that video now. Chris Ngige was saying to him, go and look for your vote. Go, leave us to celebrate May Day. That was because the workers turned. They turned and they began to, you don't understand it. Workers turned and they began to celebrate Obi. If I not say Obi win, no, I not dey there, I not be INEC officer, but Obi say nine win. And he's saying they go court, they go challenge the election results. For that very election result, he has been criticized. Different words has come to him that is being unreasonable from well-meaning Nigerians all over, that he should let it go. He should focus on other areas and do some other things and what have you. But guess what? Obi said, I go nowhere. We stay here. This is the dream. We stay here. And that has not gone down well with a lot of people. While Obi was there watching steadfastly and while everything was going on, it was Obi the people we are going to stay with, and that they can be very disheartening. I can assure you for free. It can be very, very disheartening in the sense that people will begin to wonder and ask themselves, who is the president or is the president-elect here? The occasion changed. Chris Ngige was there. He had to make a joke, say, Obi, leave us alone. Let us celebrate May Day. Go and look for your vote. Of course, he was having a joke, but the point is, whether you have a joke or not, the people have spoken. The people have spoken. And I want to believe that it was not Igbos on the field that were going to shout, Obi, Obi, Obi. I want to believe that. People from all over the nation were there. Workers, particularly, came to celebrate the May Day, and Obi was the center of attraction. Obi became the main man. What are we talking about? If you neglect the people and you stop listening to the voice of reasoning, you have just shot yourself on the foot. The truth remains, the people know who they voted for. The people know who they wanted. So when you give them something else, they know. When you give them somebody else, they also know. So where are we in the scheme of things? How do we, get out of this? Every time we pretend like we don't know what is happening, we make a mockery of ourselves. Because the truth of it is that we know. In case you're not aware, things are going to really turn very quickly. And every single person will be watching with earnest intent and interest to see how and what will happen in the scheme of things. Because we cannot continue with the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. If there is one thing Nigeria has suffered as a nation, it's good leaders. We've not had good leaders for a long time. For a long time. One of the persons that scratched the surface, that did a bit of work, was late Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. If you may say, Madam, what did he do? If for nothing, he stopped what was going to turn a civil war in Nigeria in the Niger Delta. Remember the pipe burning and the rest? He gave them amnesty. He did not like Buhari now, putting under the can in prison, causing a lot of whatever in the southeast. That's not the way. I personally wouldn't have gone in that way, in that direction. If I was the president, I would have done things quite differently. Probably, I would have, look at things more objectively, have more consultation, and see how people are relating and how this is affecting the whole structure generally, and see how I can quickly make a difference. You see, by the time we can quickly and truly look at those things subjectively, you'll be surprised and shocked to see how things will transform and how the place will become better. So those are some of the things that you may be asking, what did he do? Those are some of the things he did in my own for my own part of the view. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. God bless. Have a fantastic day. Bye for now.